Lance Kids Place. I'm on location in Atlanta, Georgia with dancer and choreographer Brian Friedman. Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
You started dancing at an early age. When did you decide that you wanted to make a career of it?
I started dancing when I was 11, and I knew I wanted to make a career of it when I was 11.
Okay.
I started auditioning for jobs when I turned 12. An agent saw me in class when I was young and signed me, and I flew out to LA for my first audition, got it, and then moved to LA to start dancing.
Nice, okay. And you started out learning stuff from Joe Tremaine, and I did a lot of his convention. He's really cool, and that's a lot of jazz. Do you like jazz?
Jazz was my favorite. That's what I started doing. And then after I got into jazz, I got into all other forms of dance. I basically did everything. But jazz was always my favorite because it was the most stylistic, and it worked the best on my body.
Yes. I like ballet, modern, and jazz. Those are my three favorites. And if a kid wants to have, what would you say to somebody if they wanted to make a career of dance?
I would say that they have to be dedicated above all else. I danced when I was first training 6 days a week, and I would dance 6 to 7 hours a day. So I think that the time you put into it is how you see the best results, and I think taking multiple styles is the best way to go, because once you try to be professional, every audition you go to, you won't be thrown off because you will be able to attack every kind of style that's thrown at you.
Okay.
And never stop believing. I mean, if you believe you can do something, you definitely can do it. You just have to put your mind to it.
Okay. And what do you like best about dancing and choreography?
It's the way that you can release your feelings and emotions. A lot of people have different ways of doing that. Some people write, some people sing. Dancing was just the way for me to do that. If you are in any sort of mood, you can get it out in class, or in choreography if you're a choreographer. So it's the best way of expression.
Okay. And I talked to a lot of kids that are great dancers, but something happened and they stopped. Did you have any obstacles that you had to go through, and what kept you going?
I did. When I was maybe 17, I was a lot skinnier than all the other dancers that were dancing, and my body type wasn't good, and I didn't look old enough, so I didn't get a lot of jobs. And I was trying to build up muscle and weight, and it wasn't working, so I was thinking, maybe this just isn't right for me, and I was going to go to school for fashion design. And I went and checked out the school, and I was about to enroll, and I booked a tour. And so it pulled me away from it, but I was glad I didn't, because I would have missed out on my whole choreography career. I wouldn't be where I am now.
Yes, okay. And do you have any plans for the future?
Directing, producing. Currently producing America's Got Talent, and I'm about to direct my first film, and so more of that, more directing, more producing. I've got a TV show called The X Factor, which is on in the UK right now, and that's why Simon quit American Idol, because he's bringing X Factor to the States. So in 1 year, we will have our show on here.
That's cool. Well, thank you so much for talking.
You're welcome. Thank you. Cool. You're good.
I went from my hometown to a bigger city in Ohio, and then after I did everything I felt that I could do there, I made the transition from Columbus, Ohio to Los Angeles. Comedy was always my passion, but when I got to Los Angeles, I noticed that everyone was trying to do stand-up. So instead of starting from the bottom, I used my comedy in other avenues as far as like my hosting and my dancing and everything that I was doing. So it became known as that funny dude, just period, and then whatever I was doing.
Okay, good. And I always ask multi-talented people, if you could choose one talent, what would it be and why?
If I could have one talent, I wish I could sing. I'd sing everything. I'd sing my name. I think everybody that can't sing wishes they could sing. So if that was my one talent, I could be amazing at it, that'd be it.
Yes, okay. And you're considered the voice of Hollywood with all your celebrity events that you posted, plus all the Ed Hardy. How do you get time to do everything?
I've been a firm believer that you always have to make time to do the things that you want, and even more time to do the things that you love. I've been blessed to be in a situation where I can do so many different things that it's tough, but I always make time.
Okay. And was there ever an obstacle that you had to overcome to succeed, and how did you do it?
My mom used to always tell me that you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. So that's always been my motto. And no matter how tough it gets, how hard it gets, I always remember that. She taught me that when I was young. So we're all a work in progress, and I'm loving the maturation process. So everything that I go through, I understand that it's all just practice. So just keep going.
Yes. Okay. And your iCarly character is the bagel guy, and like, how'd you get that? And, was that fun?
It was. I actually went on an audition for it. And at the time, I wasn't even really familiar with the show. So I auditioned for the character. I got the job. And even when I was shooting it at the time, I still didn't know that it was as popular as it was. And it wasn't until I started traveling and even actually working with the Pulse that I started to realize, like, this is a pretty popular show, you know? So it was amazing. And the kids from Miranda to Jeanette to Nathan, everybody's just, they're amazing kids, and I love working with them.
Yes, my little sister and my brother, they watch that sometimes.
Really? It's a great show. It's actually one of the most popular shows on television right now.
Okay. And do you have any plans for the future?
I'm trying. I would love to be the next king of late night talk. I want to have my own late night talk show. Kind of like a guy back in the 80s. His name was Arsenio Hall in the late 80s. I'd like to be that guy. It seems like it's missing right now. There's an opportunity for a lot of change to take place in late night, and I'd love to be that guy.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for talking to me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.